We are live now. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in place and time. I'm so happy to present one of my colleagues. We work together in one of the international schools. So we have with us today Mr. Rizwan Chaudhary, and we are joining you from Bangladesh. Rizwan is going to talk about effective use of technology for teaching and learning. He himself is an IDPYP educator with a decade of experience. He loves researching, writing, and he calls himself a lifelong learner. Over to you, Rizwan. Please introduce yourself and go ahead.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. And today's topic is effective use of online platform and the strategies for teaching and learning. I'm Rezon Choudhury here. I'm here because I love to exchange ideas and knowledge, and here is my email address. Today's housekeeping and logistics for today. We are going to have some essential agreement that at various times we will ask you to pause and reflect. So you might write in the chat box as well, or in the comment section in the YouTube. And please turn on your if you have a option to turn on your camera, that's fine. Or I don't know in YouTube you can do it or not.
No, it's not there.
So these things we can skip. And today's agenda is strategies and tactics and different IT tools, interactive lesson plan, assignment and project-based tasks and assessment. So those things we are going to discuss in today's session. So on a scale of a cat, how you are feeling today, write down the number in the chat box. So you can write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how you're feeling today. If you are feeling excited, you can write it number 3. If you are angry, you can write number 4. Or if you are very happy, you can write in number 6. So quickly write it in that comment section how you're feeling today.
Rate yourself in the comment section. How are you feeling today? And you can use different numbers, and you can see the cat face which resembles you at this point of time. This is a fun activity just to check how are you feeling today.
For example, I'm excited, so I'm going to write number 3. If whatever, if you're feeling sleepy, you can write number 7. I know it's evening. Most of you are maybe tired or
We can
something.
see someone has written number 3, and there's someone who is writing, I'm feeling 5, okay, 6. Wow. And Mr. Shams is saying he's feeling at number 6, so he's quite happy. Wow.
That's great. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so
Number
much.
3, watching from Philippines. Yes, great. Thank you. Yes, Rizwan, you can move ahead now.
Thank you. Okay, so dear teachers and those who will join as attendees, so what you have to do now, you need to write something in the chat box. What is that? Is what have you noticed about your children? Maybe your children or maybe your students, that how they learn and how they engage and what they are interested in during this lockdown, like from last 18 months, right? Students are doing the online classes. Maybe some of the places have already started physical school or maybe blended study, but during last few months, how your child learn and what the kind of things they engage themselves and what they are interested in, you can write it in the comment section. You can write about your child, or maybe you can write about your students.
If you are interested to come over here in the studio and share, we are more than happy to have you in the studio. So if someone is interested to come in the studio and share, do feel free to let us know that if you want to come in the studio and share. So let us know that if you want to come in the studio and share. Else you can share in the chat as well.
So you need to write down how they learn and how they engage and what they are interested in during the lockdown or maybe online classes. Maybe they are more interested to learn to read blogs, or maybe they are more interested to read articles, or maybe they are more interested to watch or maybe watching videos, or maybe they are more interested to learn phonics. So you can write those things in the comment box.
I've dropped the link in the chat box. So if you want to come in the studio and share, feel free to do that. We will be more than happy to hear from someone who is interested to share. And yes, I could see one of the response that, yeah, it is about the topic, not related to the question. So Mr. Rizwan is asking, what have you noticed about your children? If you are mother, father, whatever, niece, nephew, whoever they are, or your student or your own student, how they learn, how they engage, and how they're interest, what they're interested in during the lockdown. There are different habitual changes. There are few habits that has been developed during the lockdown. So what have you observed? Okay, so yeah, we got a response from Kigali. He has joined us from Rwanda, and he's writing like, we are physically teaching over the couple of weeks. Have been in school. I noticed my children are so interested in storybooks reading. I love the way they discuss the pictures. Thank you for sharing your
That's great.
experience. Anyone who is interested to come in the studio, there's a link. So feel free to come in the studio and share whenever, at whatever point of time you would like to share. So now we can move ahead and we
Great.
can come to this.
So there is a great quotation. This is, in education, technology can be a life changer, a game changer, or for kids who are both in school and out of school. It's written by Queen Rania. So today's big concept is effective strategies and tools. And these are the guiding question: what is strategy? So end of this session, you're going to learn what is strategy and how to apply in your classroom. And the second question is, how do you apply different strategies in class? So we are going to talk about different strategies, and also we're going to talk about different tools, right? And then how IT tools are supporting us to grasp the student attention. So maybe only discussion with the students and writing in the chat box, you cannot grab the students attention, right? So we need to apply different kind of tools. So when you're going to apply different kind of tools in your classroom, the students will feel more interested, right? Rather writing in the chat box, or rather, saying as a discussion thing. So your classroom will be bored if you are not apply different kind of strategies and tools, right? So we are going to watch a video now, and then you have to reflect your ideas and thoughts in the Padlet link. So I'm going to play the video. This is so we just watch a video the same way you can play a video for your students, and then you can ask your students to reflect their thoughts and ideas. Maybe they can reflect their thoughts and ideas in Padlet, or maybe Wakelet, or maybe Google Jamboard, or whatever tools you want to apply. Make sure the concept should be related with the tools, right? So now what you have to do, you need to give your reflection in the Padlet link. So I'm going to give you a Padlet link in the comment section. So you need to write what you watch in this video. You need to write what are things you have noticed in this video. You can write it only 1 or 2 sentences. So here is the link. Means I have given the link in the chat box.
Okay, okay, I'm just pasting it over there.
This is a wonderful video about teamwork.
Okay, so there's a link coming for you all. Please use that link to reflect what have you observed in the video. What did you learn? What was something that was catchy for you? So just feel free to write in that Padlet, and we can see like how we can use Padlet for getting students' reflections in real time. If you want to come in the studio, then please connect your device, Hayat. We can see you, but your device is not connected. If you want to come in the studio and share something, we are more than happy to have you. But connect your device again. Device is not connected. So use the Padlet and share what have you learned from the video, or what was something that was very catchy for you. We have just seen a video, and I think the video was about teamwork, right? Right, Rizwan?
Yes. Yes.
Walking together, moving together, teamwork, team spirit. Or
Make
if you're
sure
finding yeah, so just write your name as well. You can see a Padlet link. I will flash it over here as well. There's a Padlet link shared by Mr. Rizwan, and you can write your reflections about the video. Is there someone writing?
Yes.
Yes, someone is writing. Yes, teamwork makes learning fun. Thank you so much for sharing it. Others, please do that. It's fun to
And please
see
write
your
a name.
comments. And write your names as well. We would be more than happy to receive those reflections. Write your name, please. Click on that link, and it's just like a wall, a virtual wall. So you can scribble over there. What have you learned from the video? Yes,
Very good.
thank you so much. Well done.
What others can do, if you want to give your reflection on your friends reflection, so what you can do, you can put heart sign, something like that, or you can even write a comment. So this is a kind of peer assessment. So you can see your friends reflection, and then you can give your own thoughts over there. So I can see another one. It's amazing video for teamwork. However, in most example, animals were there, not humans. Okay, humans can learn a lot. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's funny.
I think this one we can move ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
So, what you have learned, we have learned how to give a
Oh, we
reflection in
have
the
got a wonderful
Padlet?
comment, and yeah, she is my student. I taught her in grade 5, and now she grew up. Her name is Suba. So she wrote this beautiful reflection. You should never give up, try your best till the end, then the golden doors of success will touch your feet. Teamwork makes you confident and to interact with other people. Tuba. Thank you, Tuba. It was wonderful. Okay, Rizza.
Great, great. Thank you, Miss. So when you start a concept in your class, you can play a video that is related to the concept, and then you can ask them to give the reflection in the Padlet link. So the same way you have given the reflection in the Padlet, the same way the students are going to reflect as well, and they're going to love it. And then other students can give their thoughts as well on the comments. Okay, now I'm moving to the next slide. Okay, three things make you happy in class. So what are the three things that make you happy? So if your teacher he knows very well what are the three things make you happy. For example, what makes me happy, if I see 100% attendance in my class, I get happy, right? So there are many examples those are making you happy. So what you're going to do, you need to write down those three happiness things in the Google Jamboard. I'm going to give you the link in the chat box, and make sure you need to choose it from sticky note option. So right like this, I need to write down your name. Everyone need to write your name, and you can get it from the sticky note option. Okay, so I just wrote my one, you can write your own one. Okay, so I'm given the link in the chat box. So
Yeah,
make
I'm
sure,
just
yes, so make sure you write your name and then write your reflection. The question is, again, I'm telling you the question: three things make you happy in class.
all right. There's a Jamboard link which is flashing over here as well, and it is there in the chat box. So click on that link and let us know what are the three things that make you happy in class. What are those three things that bring a smile on your face? Please write and let us know. We would be more than happy to see it. You can see a link of the Jamboard in the chat comment section. Just click on that link and use a sticky note and start writing. Rizwan, you can check the Jamboard if you get something
No.
over there.
Yes, yes. Many people have joined. I think they're still writing the thing. So
Great, great.
in the left side of the Jamboard, you can see sticky note option. So you can choose the things. Don't choose the text box. Only choose the sticky notes. I'm writing few by my name. You can omit my name and you can write your own. So those are not familiar with Google Jamboard, I wrote my name, so you can erase my name and you can write your own name. Okay, so you can omit my name and you just replace your name and give your reflection. What is that? The question is, again, read aloud. I'm going to read through the question for you. The three things make you happy in class. What are the three things make you happy? So I give one example of when I see 100% students in my class, I get happy, right? So when I see my classroom is neat and clean, I get happy. So you can write your happiness things. Google Jamboard is a wonderful tool and is free. You can use it in your classroom. If you're feeling struggling to write it in the Jamboard, you can write in the comment section. I can see many of you have started writing your reflection. Three things make me happy. This is success, growing, and being well. Thank you so much. Students actively participating in class makes me happy. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Prabha. Okay, that's really great. So the same
There's
way,
no
yes, please.
writing in the chat as well. Again, Toba is writing in the chat that when the teacher appreciate your answer, she's writing from a student's perspective. It's good to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She has written five things. When it's my maths period, I'm very happy in school. Okay, okay, well done. So it's a wonderful participation from your end, dear participants. And yeah, keep up the good work. We can move ahead, Risma.
Great, thank you. And the person read, I am happy when my students are active, persevering, and fully learn my lessons. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, so these two tools we have learned. First one is Padlet, and now we have learned about Google Jamboard. So, what does this image mean to you? Please look at the image carefully, and later you have to give your reflection. So, look at the first image, and then I'm going to play another image for you. So there are two images, and you need to compare what are the basic differences between these two pictures, right? In the first picture, what the first picture says, and what is the second picture says to you. Okay, so now you need to give your reflection in the link. So I'm going to give you link.
They can write in the chat as well, right? In the
Yes,
comments.
yes. You can write in the comments box as well.
So you have just seen two pictures. Please compare and contrast that. What have you observed in picture one and picture two? What is happening? What are your reflections?
When you start any new concept in your classroom, you can show some pictures, so the students get interested. So not only one picture, you can give some two or three picture and ask them what are the basic differences between these two or three pictures, so they can understand this is the things are happening in picture one, and picture this is the things are happening in picture two, and they are going to compare and context and write in the maybe in the Padlet, or maybe any other tools, or maybe in the Google Jamboard.
Okay, so either you can use the comment section and write your reflection that what have you observed in the pictures, or you can use the Padlet link to write your reflection that what have you observed in both the pictures, have you made any comparisons, can you contrast it, how is it alike or how is it different? Okay. The first picture depicts that parents are forcing their child to study, but the other picture showcases that mother herself learning with their children to make learning fun and not to, overburden them. Yes, very well said. Anyone else would like to share your perspective? And take your time and write what do you think about these two pictures. Well, Shad said that the difference is how the two families are experiencing learning together. Well said. Thank you. All right. So here in the second picture, children are also enjoying learning. Well said, Kuba. Rizwan, we can move ahead now. I
Okay.
think we got
Okay.
two good comparisons.
Now is a reading. You need to read a blog. I'm going to give you a link of that blog, so you need to read it. And if you have time to give a reflection, you can do it as well. And is a two-page reading, so you just need to quickly read it. And then you can give a reflection. I'm not going to take your much time for this strategy. So what you're going to do, you need to read it and quickly you need to reflect it. Mm, sorry, this one. There is a blog. It says 11 free teaching tools for online teachers. So if you're an online teacher, what are the tools you're going to use it? And most of the tools are free tools. So you need to read it. You can quickly see what are the tools we can use it, and then you need to give a reflection in the Jamboard, Google Jamboard. So quickly read it. I'm going to share the screen as well, so those who cannot read from your phone, you
Yeah,
can read it from here.
I have shared the link in the comment section as well. So you can give it a read and just share what they need to do then after reading it.
They need to give a reflection in the Google
Okay,
Doc.
all right. So read that article which has been shared by Rizwan and share your reflection later. So we're giving you how long it is? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, 2 3 minutes. Just quickly see the things because most of the tools
Okay.
you already learn about, so it will not take much time.
Yes. It's there in the comment section. Rizwan is also displaying it on screen, but I think on screen reading is difficult, so you can just click on that link and you can quickly read it, give it a read.
The reflection strategy is 3 to 1. So, what are the three things you have learned? What are two new words you have learned? And what question you have still in your mind? So, when you're going to read it, you need to keep these things in your mind. After reading the blog, you need to give your reflection through 3 2 1 strategy. So, that means what are the three things you have learned from this blog? What are the two new words you have learned? And what question you have in your mind? So those who are not able
Okay.
to give a
Yeah,
reflection, they
we
can.
have got one reflection from Hayat. She wrote
Okay.
that we should be familiar with how to deal with some problems of learners, especially who has disabilities and difficulties. I think the comments are delayed, so they are actually sharing the comments of your previous prompts. I'm getting, perspective, parents forcing the child to learn. So right now, what Rizwan asked us to do, he is asking us to read the article. The link has been shared in the comment section, and then share your reflection using the 3-2-1 strategy. Rizwan, would you like to share the 3-2-1 strategy again, what it is, so that they can write
Yes.
it?
So three things means
Yes.
three things you have learned from this article, and two new words, and one question I still have. So you need to write your name, or you can, even if you want to, you can write it in that chat box. So, for example, this, I'm going to write my name, and then I'm going to write here what are the three things I have learned from this blog, and what are the two new words I have got it from the blog, and what question still I have in my mind. So like this, and you just need to write your name in a Google Doc. So I'm sharing the link again. So those who have already finished the reading the article, they can give the reflection here.
Okay. So here is a Google Doc coming your way. Use the chat box and you can see the Google Doc. In the Google Doc, there is an option of sharing, your reflection using 3-2-1 strategy, as explained by Rizwan. So feel free to share your thoughts using that strategy, and here we can see your reflections, collaborative reflections. Write your names, please.
I can see many people have joined now. So you can write your short answer. What are the three things you have learned from this blog? And this blog is very easy because most of the tools we already learned. Those are online teachers. So it will not take much time.
If you're finding it difficult to go to the Google Doc and share your understanding over there, you feel free to use the chat box. You can use the chat box and write what are the three things that you have learned from the blog and the remaining part of the prompt. You can use the chat box as well, the comment section. No worries.
So when you start new concept, or maybe in the middle of the concept, or maybe you want to conduct a formative assessment, you can ask some questions to them, and then they can write their answers after reading the blog or reading materials, and give the reflection in Google Doc in the same way. You just need to create few boxes for them, or empty template, and ask them to write their reflection here. So it's easy. All the students can read their friends' answers.
Are you getting answers in the doc as well? I can see
Yes,
someone
yes, miss.
writing, right?
They're
Yeah.
writing.
Okay. People writing in the chat as well that I learned that there are several apps introduced to make online learning easier. Secondly, I learned that there are some virtual tools for students and teachers to make learning fun and interactive. Okay, good. I think in the doc, Hayat is writing something. Did
Yes,
people?
better teaching using tools, flexible. So this is
So
a new
this one is
strategy you can
just
apply in class.
one, yeah,
Yes.
one way of taking student reflection. So if you're doing a concept in the classroom and you want your students to read something, and obviously we never know whether they have read it or not. So you can share, a kind of article or the research material, and later you can take the reflection from the students using this strategy or any other strategy of your choice. Like Rizwan has used the tool Google Doc. Rizwan has moved out. Let him join. Right, you're back again. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So, Rizwan, you can get it going. In the
Okay.
meanwhile,
Thank you.
they're sharing. Yeah.
Okay, teachers, you can give your reflection over there. So what I was talking that when you give any kind of reading materials or reading some blogs or articles, or even the students can watch a video and then can give the reflection through 3 to 1 strategy, and you can change it if you want to do it in between the boxes. So it's up to you how you want to give it. If you want, you can give the worksheet or tax sheet. If you want, you can give the same kind of things in the Padlet, or maybe in the Google Slide, or maybe in the Google Doc. Now we are going to talk about uh, setting goals. So as a teacher, we have some goals, right? So what is your goal as from the teacher's perspective? You need to write it in the Google Slide. Those who are feeling struggling to give your reflection in Google Slide, you can write in the chat box. I'm just going to show you one example how to do it. So what is the question? The question is, um, you need to set your goals. So from teacher's perspective, what are the 2 goals you have, maybe for this session, this academic year, maybe for next academic year? Maybe for, if I give my example, I need to learn more strategies, I need to know about um, students agency. So this can be my goal, right? So what is your goal? You need to write it here. Make sure you write your name, and then you can write 2 goals you have, right? So you can write your 2 goals. First write your name, and then you can write your goals. You just need to write down 2 goals. What is your goal from teacher's perspective? Okay, if you're feeling struggling to put your reflection here, you can type in the chat box. I'm giving the link in the chat. So we are learning how to use the goal slide. So your students going to love it, because sometimes some students are very creative, so what they can do, they can put image from the computer or maybe from internet, and they're going to attach it. So they have better idea from rather than the teachers, and they're more creative. So when you work in the goal slide, you can tell the students, if you want to put some pictures, you can do it, and also you can write your goals. So we teachers, we have goals, and for the student, they have goals as well. So now you're going to write your 2 goals for this academic year.
Okay, so I have shared the link of your slides in the chat box in the comment section. So viewers, you can use the link of the Google Slides and start writing your reflections as suggested by Rusman.
So each slide, one person can write your goals. Okay, so make sure you're choosing the slide goals, others are not writing, otherwise you're going to mix it up. Or you can write in that chat box as well. So first write your name so that other people can see that this slide is occupied by someone. So the next slide you can move. Right, so I have done duplicate size. Okay. So you just need to write 2 goals, okay, for this academic year. It can be your professional goals, it can be your personal goals. If you want to write it, you can do it. If you want to learn some technical things, if you want to do some workshops, you can write as well.
I can see 2, 3 people have joined, right?
Yes, 4 people have
Yeah,
joined.
yeah, yeah. Writing. Shamal is writing, yes. It's good to share your goals with others because others will keep a track whether you are chasing your goals or not. So feel free to share your goals with others.
There are many empty slides, so you can just scroll down and write your name. If you want to illustrate your goal, you can do it as well and then upload the picture in the goal slide. So you have both choices. You can write it or you can illustrate it. I can see Hayat wrote, "My goals are being digital or fluent in English." Okay, that's great. So this is your professional goal, right? So this is the way you can ask your students to write their goal when a new term is start, or maybe when new unit is getting started. So students can set their goals. Okay, and they can write it in the goal slide, or if they want to write it in other tools, they can do it. Okay, we are going back to our slides now. Okay, now we have another question for you. As a school leader, if you're a school leader or if you're a school teacher, what is our role to support this virtual shift? Right before we had a physical school, and suddenly from 18th of March in Bangladesh, we have shifted to virtual, right? Virtual school. So as a teacher or maybe as a leader, what is your role to support this virtual shift? So what you have to do, you need to put your answer in the Google Jamboard. Make sure you write your name when you answer this question. So, what is the question? I'm going to read again for you. As a school leader or maybe a teacher, what is our role to support this virtual shift? Maybe if you are a leader, maybe your role is to um, support technical skills workshop for your teachers, or maybe as a teacher, what is your role to give support to your students or maybe a parents, right? So what is your role? You just need to write it in the Google Jamboard. As like before, you just need to write your name first. I'm going to write my name, and then if you want, you can omit my one and just write your answer. Okay, the way you have done before, the same way you need to do it now. So you just need to write down your question and answer. If you want to write down the question, I'm going to put it here. So the question is, as a school leader or school teacher, what is your role to support this virtual shift? This is a question for. I have given link in the chat box. Those are feeling struggling to write in the chat box, in the Google Jamboard, you can write your answer in the chat box so we can read aloud. What is your role when your school is shifted physical school to virtual? You just write one sentence that what is your role. I can see people are joining here. Make sure you write your name when you answer this question.
So you can check the Jamboard. Are they writing on the Jamboard? There are many tabs of open, right? Yeah.
Yes. So you can ask any kind of question to the students related to the concept or topic, and they can write their answer quickly within 5 or 10 minutes in the Google Jamboard. So it's a very beautiful tool for you, and it's free, and students are going to love it. And next page they can do it as well, or you can put 2 or 3 questions and tell them which question you want to answer, and they can choose, and then they can write their answer in the Google Jamboard. I'm moving to the next slide. Still typing in the Jamboard, or you can type in the comments section. So we're going to talk about assignment and project-based tasks. So sometimes teachers get confused that what kind of project we can assign for the students, or how the students can involve in project-based tasks during these online classes, right? So you can ask them to conducting surveys. After this slide, I'm going to show you how the students can conducting surveys. So conducting survey is a beautiful strategy to engage your students, and they can develop how to make the questions. They are for earliest students, or maybe for grade one, grade two students, they are sometimes struggling to make the question. So if you ask them to form their own questions, they can make the questions, and they can uh, prepare in the Google form, and they can circulate to their friends or school community, or maybe friends or neighbors, and they can get the responses from them. So conducting survey is a beautiful strategy to engage your students, and they can develop their making questions as well. And the second one is interview and research. So students can take interview of their friends, or maybe grandparents, um, maybe parents or siblings, and they can make the questions, and they can note down the answers, and then they can give it to you. So the, it is a part of research, right? They are collecting the information by taking interview, or maybe they can take interview of the teacher, right? Okay, so the third one is making posters. So there one a tool, Canva. So you can introduce the Canva tool with your students, and they can uh, they can make a poster, digital posters in the through Canva too, or even they can make it in the own poster, awareness poster, and share it with the friends what kind of actions they have taken recently by making awareness posters. For example, if the unit is related to animal trafficking, so students can make a poster, okay, we need to stop killing the animals, right? So and they can hang somewhere in their local area or school community. So they're making the posters, or maybe digital posters, right? And they can upload in the social handles. So these are three way students are engaging themselves for research based work: conducting surveys, taking interviews, and making posters. Okay, now what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you on Google Form that I have prepared for you. You need to answer it, but you can also ask your students to prepare their own Google Form. Okay, it's very easy and it's free. So you need to write your name and
Yeah, I got a good response from the chat. Hayat is saying that she was a part of a collaborative project and they have exchanged their ideas, thoughts, and knowledge as well as culture. So, yes, it is a great way to be involved in some collaborative projects. Because it is very important that we are coming out of that monotonous environment which is there in the virtual environment. So, a very good example, Hayat. Thank you for sharing.
I have given the link of a Google form. So quickly you can answer the things. It will take only 1 minute to answer. And same way, you can ask your students to form their own questions based on the concept or topic, and share with their friends to taking the surveys and conducting the surveys. And I can get the responses. Those are fill up the thing. So I will get all the information in the Google Excel sheet. Grade 3, grade 4, grade 5 students, they can prepare their questions through Google form, and those are earliest teachers. You can prepare for your students, or maybe you can tell them what is your question, I'm going to type it for you. So you can type it in front of the students in the sharing the screen, and they can ask the question and can type it for them, and then you can share the link with the parents group or with the students, and they can collect the responses from their neighbors or from their friends, or maybe from the school community.
If there is anyone who would like to join the studio, please feel free to join the studio and share your reflections about Rizwan's session or about your tools and technologies that you're using. So I have dropped the link in the comment section. Feel free to join the studio. So you're invited to our studio. You can join in. I'm also dropping the link of today's exit ticket. So fill the exit ticket and please fill the correct name that you want on the certificate. Otherwise, if there is a spelling mistake or something, it will be as it is because certificates are auto-generated. So I have dropped the link of the exit ticket as well. So, Rizwan, are you ending the session or there is something else that you would like to share to conclude?
Okay, Miss. I have one more things for them. So, uh,
Okay.
I guess for involving parents in remote learning. So, sometimes teachers get in a panic how to involve the parents during this virtual shift because they are also a part of teaching, right? The parents are giving support to the students or the children at home. So, what you can do, you can invite a guest speaker from the parents community. You can ask your students basis on the concept. For example, if you are running a unit on community helper, you can ask your students, do you know any community helper who is working for the community? So they may say, okay, my father is a doctor. Then you can ask them if your father is interested to discuss something about his job. You may tell us. So you can involve the parents in your virtual classes, right? And then online workshops, the students can you can involve the parents for online workshops. You can ask them to uh, prepare some projects or assignments. So parents and students both going to involve to prepare a project, and then both going to present as well in the classroom. So if it is a characters day, a characteristics day, or maybe book characteristics day, or maybe book day, book week day week, so you can ask your students, you read a story with your parent and choose any character, and so both of them can wear the dress up like their favorite character, and then they can present it for 1 or 2 minutes. So these are amazing things that you can involve the parents in the virtual learning. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you so much, Rizwan. So Rizwan has shared, so many resources and so many strategies as well. The best part is all those tools are free. Yeah, they don't have any cost, so you can use it for free. And very effectively, he has shared that how we can check for understanding. We all know that during the virtual learning environment, the concentration span of students have further reduced. So we need to check quite often. So he has shared ways to check for understanding using different tools. Although he has used, familiar strategies. So thank you so much, Rizwan, for such an enlightening session. And I have a small token of appreciation for you, from all of us, and I just want to share it with you. Allow me to do that.
Thank you, Miss.
Thanks a lot, Rizwan. It was a wonderful session, and you made it quite simple and easy to understand for everyone. And thank you so much. This is something which we can give you as a token of appreciation or token of love. And yeah, thank you, everyone. And you were amazing. You were sharing your ideas and sharing your knowledge. We learned a lot from the comment section as well. Wonderful audience, and we will meet you next week. And yes, Rizwan, The session was based on, assessment, and Paulina was about to take this session. But Paulina is very sick. She's suffering from high fever. So Rizwan came and he took over the session in no time. So thank you so much, Rizwan, for, addressing this request in no time at the 11th hour. And it was wonderful. Thank you so much, Rizwan. And thank you so
Thank you.
much, everyone. Please fill the exit ticket. Yes, Rizwan, would you like to conclude? Would you like to say something to audience? Feel free to say.
Thank you everyone for who are joining the our webinars and reflecting in the different tools. I hope you're going to apply in your classroom. It will be successful when you're going to apply. Just sometimes we are learning many things, but we are not applying our classroom. And maybe for 1 or 2 days we are applying. You have to constantly apply in the class, and the students will going to first they're going to practice, and then they will be an expert. Thank
Hi,
you.
you are there in the studio. So you want to share anything? I can see you in the studio. So if you want to share anything, you can unmute yourself and say it. We'll be happy to hear it. If you would like to share something.
Yeah,
No?
hello. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
You
Good
can
to have
hear
you.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, Hayat. We can hear you. Would you like to share something?
Uh, no, I'd like just to thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for being great audience. Thank you. That's so sweet
Thank
of
you,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, take care, everyone. So it's good night from Bangladesh and have a good day ahead, whoever is having a good morning. So bye bye. See you next week.
Thank you. Bye bye.